Right, so in this video I'm going to have a look at the Junior Certificate Higher Level Maths Paper 1 for 2018, and I'm going to have a look at questions 9 and 10. So question 9 here, a group of friends make a video and post it on YouTube. They know that they will be paid approximately 15 euros for every 10,000 views of the video. Use this information to answer the following questions. Part A. Work out how many views of the video they would need in order to be paid 45 euros. Well, if they're paid 15 euros for every 10,000 views, we want to know how many views they would need in order to be paid 45 euros. So we just take 45 euros divided by 15 euros and we'll get 3. So we've got 3 lots of 10,000. So in other words, we've got to take 10,000, multiply it by 3. So they would need 30,000 views. That's it. Part B then, work out how much in euros they will be paid for 80,000 views. This is kind of working backwards or working in reverse if you like. So we have 10,000 views. They will be paid 15 euros. So 80,000, we have 80,000 views. So we just multiply the 10,000 by 8 to get 80,000. So multiply 15 by 8 and that will give us, so in other words, we're going to take 15 euros, multiply it by 8 and that will give us 120 euros. So for 80,000 views they will be paid 120 euros. Okay, next one then, work out how much in euros they will be paid on average for one view of the video. So we know that let's see, we know that 10,000 views is equivalent to 15 euros. So they will be paid 15 euros. So one view then is just 15 euros divided by 10,000, which is 0.0015 euros. So we have 4 zeros here, so we just bring the decimal point back 4 places, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we get 0.0015 euros. So for one view they'll be paid 0.0015 euros. Okay, next question. The video cost them 70 euros to make. It does not cost them anything to post the video on YouTube. Write an expression in X for the profit they will get for X views of the video. Okay, so the profit then. Okay, it's what they're going to make minus what it costs them to make it. So how much are they going to make? Well, they're going to get X number of views. So, and each individual view they will make 0.0015 euros. So it's 0.0015 euros for every view. They're going to get X number of views. So this is how much money they're going to make. Now they've spent 70 euros to make it, so you've got to subtract 70 euros. So this is our expression here for the profit. So it's this many euros would be their profit. Okay, next one. There are 7 people in the group. They divide the profit from the video evenly between them. They get 200 euros in profit. Write an equation in X to represent this information, where X is the total number of views of the video. Well, we worked out the profit to be 0.0015x minus 70. They divide that by 7. They divide it evenly. They divide the profit evenly. And each person then, when you divide the profit by 7, each person is going to get 200 euros. So this is our equation. And that's it really. This is it. Just write an equation in X to represent this information. We don't have to do anything else with it in this part of the question. Next part, I presume we have to work out what X is. So work out the value of X, the total number of views of this video. Okay, so we had 0.0015x minus 70. We divided by 7, and so we worked out that each person then would get 200 euros, or we were told each person would get 200 euros. We've got to work out how many views this would actually take in order for each person to get 200 euros each. So we've got to work this out. We've got to work out what X would be in order for each person to get 200 euros. So first thing you're going to do is multiply everything by 7. So if we multiply the left hand side by 7, the 7 here will just cancel, or we'll just get 1, and we end up with 0.0015x minus 70. Multiply the right hand side by 7, and you get 1400. Next thing we're going to do is add 70 to both sides to get rid of this 70 here. So we get 0.0015x is equal to 1470. And then finally divide both sides by 0.0015 to get rid of that 0.0015 on this side here. And that will give us 98000. So it's this many views, 980,000 views. So for this particular video they would have to get 980,000 views in order for each of the 7 people to get 200 euros in profit. Okay, so that's really it for question 9. Let's have a look at question 10. This is a financial maths and income tax kind of question. So we have the rates and bands for income tax are as follows. So for the first 35,000 euros that someone earns, they pay 20%. For the balance then they pay 40%. So Lorna has a gross income of 50,000 euros for the year. Using the rates and bands above, work out her total income tax for the year. So her total income tax, so this is her gross tax. We don't have any other bits of information here yet, so we just have to work out her gross tax. So her gross tax is going to be 20% of, we got to get 20% of 35,000 euros, and then we've got to add 40% of whatever's left over. Well, after 35,000 she earns another 15,000 to make it up to 50,000. So we got to get 40% of 15,000 euros. Okay, so when you work these out, just get 1/5 of 35,000, or 0.2 multiplied by 35,000 will give you 7,000 euros, and then 40% of 40% of, let me just work that out. We got to get 0.4 multiplied by 15,000. That's 6,000. So she has to pay 6,000 on this 15,000 euros here. Okay, so we got to add these two together, so that's 13,000 euros. So Lorna has to pay 13,000 euros gross tax. So using the rates and bands above, work out her total income tax for the year. So this would be her total income tax for the year. Okay, so that's part A. So let's have a look at part B. Complete the graph on the next page. This is the graph here to show the amount of income tax for every gross income up to 60,000 euros per year, showing all your workings out. The amount of income tax is shown for gross income up to 10,000. So basically we've got to do exactly the same, but for each of these numbers here. We've already done 15 or 50,000. We found that was 13,000, so I'll put that in a minute. So let's do each one of these then. Now, okay, we've already got 10,000, so let's do 20,000. So we have to get so let's take 20,000. So 20,000 euros. So we got to get let's see now, 20% of 35,000. So she doesn't earn when she earns 20,000, she doesn't earn more than the standard rate cutoff point of 35,000. So this is just simply 20% or 0.2 multiplied by 20,000. So we just get 20% of 20,000, and that is 1,000 euros. Okay, so I'll actually put it in now. Let's see. So 20,000 will give us 1,000 euros. So that will be, here, let me just work that out again. 0.2, let me just work that 0.2 times, sorry, it's actually 4,000. This is actually 4,000 euros. That would make more sense. 4,000 euros here. So 0.2 multiplied by 20,000 is actually 4,000 euros. So that would be, let's see, 4,000 euros is here. So we put a point there. Okay, so let's do the next one, which is 30,000. So we got 30,000. Again, you can see here she doesn't actually earn more than 35,000, so we just simply get 20% of the 30,000. So let me just work that out. So it's 0.2 times 30,000, and that's 6,000 euros. So that's 6,000 euros here. So we'll stick that in our graph as well. So 30,000 is 6,000 euros, which is here. Okay, next one then we've got to do, let's see, what's it, 40,000. So 40,000. Now here she does earn more than 35,000, so we've got to get 0.2 times 35,000. We've already worked that out as 7,000 previously. We've also got 0.4, we've got to get 0.4 times 40% of whatever's left over. Well, there's 5,000 euros left over. So we got to get 0.4 times 5,000, and that's 2,000. You got to add these together, and you get 9,000 euros here. So for 40,000, she will have to pay 9,000 euros. So let's plot that. So 40,000 will bring us up to here. This is 9,000 euros here. Okay, 50,000 we've already done. 50,000 we did in part B, and we got, in part A, and we got 13,000. So 50,000 is going to be up to 13,000, which is here. And we just have one more to do, and that's 60,000. So let's do that. So 60,000. So you got to get 0.2 multiplied by 35,000 again. We've worked that out here as 7,000. And then you've got to get 0.4 or 40% of whatever is left over. Well, there's 25,000, is it? 35, 45, 55, 60, sorry, this is 70,000 here, so it's 35 or 6,000. Sorry, no, that's wrong. 1 second. Sorry, 7,000 here. So it's 35, 45, 55, 25,000 here. So we got 25,000 euros here. So we got to get 0.4 multiplied by 25,000, and that is 10,000. Add these two together, you get 17,000 euros. Okay, so let's plot that one. So 60,000 will give us 17,000 euros in tax, so that's here. Okay, so that's it. You just got to join these up then. Let's see, it seems to go straight out to here, straight out to here, and then it seems to up to here, here, and here. Whoops, you can use a ruler anyway, do it a little bit straighter than I've done it. Okay, so that's it for part B. Let's have a look at part C. Is there another part? There is here. The graph doesn't take tax credits into account. Assuming that everyone gets a tax credit of 3,000 euros, on the diagram above, draw a graph to show the amount of income tax to be paid for every gross income of 15,000 to 60,000, taking this tax credit into account. So in other words, what we've got to do really is just take each of these points and subtract 3,000 euros. So let's do that. Well, I'll do that in a different color here. So let's see. For 10,000 euros gross income, she had to pay 2,000 euros in 2,000 euros in tax. Now she has tax credits of 3,000 euros, so really she doesn't have to pay anything there. She has 3,000 euros in tax credits. Let's look at 20,000. Well, 20,000 is 4,000 euros in gross income tax, so she's got to take 3,000 away from that, so that'll bring her up to 1,000 here. Let's have a look at 30,000. Well, 30,000, she had to pay 6,000 euros in gross tax, so subtract 3,000 from that, that'll bring her down to 3,000 euros, so she would be here. 40,000 was 9,000 euros in gross tax, so we're looking at 6,000 here. 50,000 was 11,000, so 11,000 was it? Oh, sorry, no, it was 50,000 was 13,000. Take away 3,000, that'll bring her down to 10,000, so that's here. And 60,000 was 17,000, so take away 3, that'll bring her down to 14,000, so that would be here. Okay, so here the graph will look like this. Whoops, again use a ruler. I'm doing it freehand here, so it's not quite straight. So up to here. This bit here will need to be a little bit better, but you get the idea anyway. Okay, so that's it for this particular question.